Hello, hello. Welcome to the Amazing Digital Dating Simulator. This is a visual novel style fan game for Twitch's popular hit show, The Amazing Digital Circus. It seems like we are helping the cast prepare for the upcoming culture festival in this game. There's going to be 5 days, but this demo version has just the day 1. So we will see how the day 1 is in this game right now. Yes. Don't harass people, okay? This is fan-made. Kane, welcome to the Amazing Digital Dating Simulator. A slice of a lifestyle school setting where anything and everything is possible. I'm Kane, and I'll be your principal for the duration of your stay here at the Amazing Digital Academy. Funny looking guy. I love the different color eyes. I really do. Okay, bye. Bye. Hi. Help your classmates pull pranks on the teacher. Become a straight A student or a rule-breaking delinquent. All this while possibly finding love along the way. But enough about my wonderful creation. Let's get you enrolled. First things first. What uniform will you be donning? I don't know. You giving me options? You are. I do want the cute dress, thank you. Sounds good. How about your name? What should we call you? Am I always so obviously D? Or should I be stubborn D? Sometimes? No, I'll be D, okay? D, huh? Are you sure you like that name? Huh. Like he knows that I was doubting my choosing here. Okay. Yep, that's my name. When you say it that way, I'm not sure. What happens if I press this? Do I just go back to the name selection thing? Probably. Yeah, that's my name. Yep. Alrighty then, D. Then let's head inside. School, oh my god. Hi, my name is D. I'm a transfer student to the Amazing Digital Academy. Yay, I'm so happy to be in school again. My parents moved to the countryside after a vague, tragic event that changed the course of our lives. After I said goodbye to all my old friends, my parents got my transcripts and packed up the car. Today is my first day at this new school. Great! I glanced down at my class schedule. This should be English 101 with Mr. Kinger. So where is the teacher? As I step into the room to let in any other students that might be late to class, someone else hops into the room. The figure looks like a tall white piece from a gaming set. Specifically, he looks like a king in chess. It takes me a moment to put 2 and 2 together, but when I do, I almost groan at the pun. Surely his name can't really be. Hello, my name is Kinger. Of course. Of course. Just of course. You must be pleased to meet me. Mr. Kinger extends a gloved hand, which I shake more out of instinct than out of genuine sense of excitement. Good morning, students. On the dock today we have a new student named... Oh, what's your name again? Uh-oh. Hey everyone, I am Dee. I look forward to learning with you all, and I hope we can all be friends. Sounds a little bit too happy. I'm Dee, don't mess with me. I will be good. I'm Dee and I'm always down for a good time. That sounds so sus. Am I gonna be a sus person in this game? Am I? I feel like I'm gonna be sus. Right, oh, go on and take one open city. Most of our students don't bite. One of the other students, a purple rabbit, seems to grin at this. I take a moment to think of who to sit by. Okay. Uh-oh. I take a seat next to the girl in a colorful hat and sailor uniform. Okay. I sit next to the shy-looking girl with the comedy mask and ribbon body. I sit next to the mismatched figure with the bored look on their face. Mismatched figure. I sit down next to the cheery-looking ragdoll in front of the class. Fuck the front of the class. That's all I'm saying. I sit down with the mischievous-looking purple rabbit. I sit down in the teacher's chair. Okay. Let's go with the shy-looking girl. Oh, hell, the spooky-looking girl, I would say. Okay, I sit next to the shy-looking girl with the comedy mask and ribbon body. But even as I sit down and look at my new desk neighbor, she doesn't seem to have noticed me. Instead, she's drawing something in her sketchbook. I'm not used to being ignored like this, so I lean over to see what she's drawing. Okay. Once she noticed me, she flinches away, blushing furiously. Oh, sorry. I didn't see you there. You are the new student, right, Dee? I'm Gangle. She seems really timid. I'm not sure there's anything I could do that would make her feel at ease. Nice to meet you, Gaggle. What are you working on? Oh, these? Gaggle seems surprised by the question, but doesn't shy away from responding. Well, sometimes I just like to sketch. They are not really good or anything. That's cool. So you are an art student? Gangle offers me a cheap smile. That's right. I guess you could call me an artist. She pauses a moment, seeming to revel in that statement before timidly correcting herself. I mostly just sketch and stuff, nothing crazy. Right as I catch a glimpse of her happy demeanor, she retreats back into her own shyness. She sounds like me. I'm about to open my mouth to ask about her skittishness when the abstract figure near me speaks up. Ooh, Zubul. Gangle's just being modest. She's actually a really good artist and the star of our school's art club. Gangle poses again, giving another one of the shy smiles that seems to be her trademark. The plus and the smile are kinda cute on her. Oh, thanks. I think your art is really good too, Zubul. So that's what their name is. Gangle seemed pretty confident talking to Zubul. They must have a history. So you are both artists? Zubul shrugs. I do a little bit when I have time. I don't do it as often as Gangle though. Huh? Can I see your art? Can I? These names are something else. I turned to face Zubul to check out their art. Unlike Gangle, Zubul barely reached to my request, tossing their notebook on my desk. Have fun. I opened their notebook. There's a sketch of something really intricate. The line work is complex and varied. From a technical standpoint alone, this is impressive. Wow, this is really cool. I've seen better. Okay, don't be a bitch. Zubul doesn't have a mouth, but what functions for their eyebrows tells me they are pleased by my compliment. Okay, thanks D. Zubul nods, paying attention to the lecture, then adds, as if it were an afterthought. If you want to sit with me and gaggle, you can find us in the courtyard during lunch. Okay. There wasn't a lot of enthusiasm in that invitation, but Zubul doesn't seem to get excited for anything, so I don't take it personally. Better than sitting alone like I used to at my old school. Aww. I was just settling into my desk and getting used to this place when something burst into the room. Principal Kane, how exciting to have you in our class today. The new figure turned to address us. At his side was a bubble with razor-sharp teeth. Okay. I don't think I'll ever get used to this school. Oh my goodness. Kinger class, how do you do? Principal Kane extends a hand, gesturing to all of us, before freezing in place. Oh my god. He can do that. With a sound like porcelain grinding against porcelain, his teeth slam shut. His eyes slowly extrude from his teeth, like they are not solid objects. D, wasn't expecting you here. Manic enthusiasm suffuses his voice as he points his cane at me. Maybe you'll be the secret ingredient to make this school interesting. He pauses a moment, rubbing the base of his chin in contemplation for a moment. Is there a reason you are here, Gain? Zubul speaks to him like they are addressing an annoying insect instead of the principal of the school. Kane perks up. That's right. The reason I'm here to make sure we all have an enriching academic experience. One filled with fun, danger, adventure. Why there's a danger in school? He begins to list more and more descriptors, increasing his breakneck speed until I can't even tell what he's saying. Oh my god. And most of all, interesting to our studio audience. Yeah. He turns towards the window and stares out of it for a moment. Okay. Is he addressing somebody? There doesn't appear to be anyone outside. However, the numbers are in students, and it turns out school dramas are just white noise. Normally, this is the time that I'd tell you that means the end of school life as we know it. Kane bites on his hands in mock horror. The class and Ginger play along, gasping at this revelation. Gangle looks ready to burst into tears. However, my sweet-tooth students, your benevolent principal has found a way to bring public interest back to the school in a major way. At this point, the sharp-toothed bubble next to him pipes up. Oh, shoot. Bubble? How are you bringing interest back to the school, Mr. President? Kane shoots the bubble a confused look, but hits his stride a moment later. You see, my little Tomar Emeralds, what's one thing no academy around here has ever had? Jax? A cast of colorful characters? A competent principal? Oh, Rakata. Adequate funding? Kane shakes his head. Wrong, and surprisingly right, but also not relevant to what I'm talking about. No school around here has had a culture festival celebrating the unique talents of its students. So I, being your benevolent principal, have decided to put your class in charge of throwing the best culture festival this side of the Pacific Ocean. Make it flashy. We gotta keep the interest of our inventors after all. Gods, I'm almost late for my deep tissue massage. Alright, Kinger. I'll leave you the list of everyone's responsibilities. You all have 5 days. Break a leg or two. As abruptly as he appeared, Kane darted out of the room, disappearing from the view as he headed to his appointment. Alright, class. Let's see what roles Kane assigned to each of you for the Culture Festival. Kinger lifts a paper from his desk and begins to read aloud. Rakata, as the class representative, I trust you to organize the other students and make sure the festival proceeds with no issue. You can count on me. Subo and Ganger, you two will work on art to promote the festival. Okay, sounds accurate, yeah. We have a pretty big school here, so we'll need plenty of posters. and some art to display during the festival. I don't know. I still don't have anything I'm comfortable showing everyone else. Okay. Pomni and Jax, look up what the culture festival is. Shouldn't we do that before we start making posters? No, I like this idea. Plus, we get to see what Gangle comes up with for her posters. If it's anything like what she comes up with when she draws Ragatha. Now I'm curious. Jax! Gangle interrupts Jax before he can finish his thoughts, pleading with him to stay quiet. Oh, I see. The class erupts into chaos as Subul and Gangle argue with Jax. Pomni tries to find out what the culture festival is, and Ragatha tries to salvage what remains of class and get her classmates to pay attention. For his part, Mr. Kinger seems content to let the students bicker amongst themselves. Maybe he didn't have the rest of his lesson planned and is just waiting out the lunch bell. Aha, as if I had summoned it by thinking of it. The lunch bell sounds. Everyone drops their arguments and files out of the classroom. Time to find out what I'm doing for lunch. After my chaotic first half of the day, I had worked up quite the appetite. The cafeteria was bustling with unfamiliar faces. Around me there was a selection of places to buy lunch, but none of them stood out from one another. I picked up something to eat at the nearest food place and set about deciding where to sit down. Still, as I scan the bustling lunchroom, I don't recognize anyone from class. Didn't Zubul and Gangle say they ate lunch in the courtyard? They did. I guess I could just take my lunch back to the classroom. That's no. I sat alone. There's nobody I felt particularly close to. I will do this. I found a seat at an empty table and set my food down there. Apparently today was pork cutlet day, but by the time I got to the front of the line, all of the pork cutlets had already been taken by other students. I ended up just getting a slice of stale pizza and a chocolate milk. I sigh. This is just like my old school. I sit alone. Just like my old school. When the lunch bell finally rings, I step out of the lunchroom and head to the afternoon classes. They are uneventful. Finally, the last bell rings and it is time to go home. What a boring day. What the freak is this meter thingy on top right? It's midday. Morning, midday and night. Okay. I walk to my locker, entering the combination as I put my books away and get ready to head out for the day. My mind drifts to the day's events. I wonder if someone will ask me to walk back with them. I gather my things and wait a little bit, but alas, no one approaches me. Guess I didn't make a substantial enough impression on anyone today. Just like my old school. Well, there's always tomorrow. I head out of the school front doors and brave the chill of the evening on my way. Oh, on my my own home. My of the evening on my own. I sit on the curb, waiting for my parents to come pick me up. I wait and wait and wait. It's starting to get dark and cold. A cool breeze rushes by, chilling me to the bone and filling my nose with the scent of stale cherry blossoms. And I could swear it smells like an old abandoned office. Huh? Must be my sinuses acting up or something. Is this game about me? Am I actually in this game? The moon is high in the sky as I get up from the perch. Get up from my perch and begin to walk. As I make my way further from the school entrance, I see a silhouette of someone in the trees. Looks like someone was waiting for me. Yikes. They are too short to be Rakata, Gangle, Zubo or Jax. And I don't remember Bomni wearing a suit like that. Ahoy there, Dee! As I reach the tree line, their appearance becomes more clear. Principal Kane? Hey there, old sport. He extends a hand. I hesitantly take it. Hey, Principal Kane. I can't suppress a shiver. Pretty cold out here, huh? Is it? I hadn't noticed. He shrugs as if the weather is of no consequence. Looks like you had a rough first day, Dee. It's a shame too. When we talked earlier in the intro, I really thought you seemed excited to mingle. I give him a confused look. Talked earlier? Intro? What is he talking about? He looks away from me and taps his chin. Well, no matter. I guess we'll need to restart from square one, eh? He whips back around to face me, his expression bright. Square one? What? The freak? Principal Kane reaches out and taps me with his cane. I feel my memories begin to unravel. It's a weirdly uncomfortable feeling. First, my memories become fuzzy, like I'm watching them on TV, but the TV has really bad reception. Then my entire body starts tingling, like when you sleep on your arm weird and when you wake up. It feels fuzzy and you can't move it, no matter how hard you try. All shades of color fade to a dull gray. Even my sense of smell fades as I feel myself pulled into Principal Kane's cane. Maybe next time, flex those socializing muscles a bit. AD. I'm barely able to hear him. It feels like I'm underwater. Here's a hint. Focus on spending time with at least one person. And maybe say things that they'd like to hear. Just some advice. Best of luck next round. With a shake of his cane, the last of my consciousness dissolves. Game over. I bored myself to the end. Oh my god. Okay. Are we trying again? Let's try to be more social, okay? I got this now. Okay. Let's be super social. Yes, yes, yeah, yes. Now we know all this, okay? Yeah, yeah, Yes. I'm super excited. Okay, we go with the same one. I'm gonna be social D, okay? I'm super sure. Yes, I am. Heck, hell yeah. Social D. Let's head inside and be social this time. Hi, my name is Social D. I'm a transfer student to the Amazing Digital Academy. Let's go. My parents moved to the countryside after a vague tragic event that changed the course of our lives. After I said goodbye to all my old friends, yeah, that's yeah. My parents got my transcripts and packed up the car. Today is my kind of first day to try this shit, and yeah, I'm gonna be more social. Yeah. Me? Hey everyone, I am Social D. I look forward to learning with you all, and I hope we can all be friends. Don't mess with me and we'll be good. I don't know if this was, well, we do something else since I got this. I chose this on the first try. Fine. Where is the stupid ass grinning rabbit? Huh? Mischievous looking rabbit. Okay, I sit down next to the purple rabbit. He looks bored by Mr. Kinger's lecture. As I take a closer look, I see his name is written on a nameplate on his desk. Apparently his name is Jax. As I get a closer look at Jax, I also see he's working his jaw. Is he chewing gum? He catches me looking at him, and I almost apologize for staring, but I can see he isn't offended. Instead, he grins quietly before putting a finger up to his lips. He takes the chewing gum between his gloved fingers, reaching out towards the girl in front of us. Oh no. No. The girl in front of us has a ribbon for a body and a comedy mask for a face. She's paying close attention to Mr. Kinger's lecture, and Jax is reaching out with the gum on his hand. Is he going to stick it on her mask? Warn her, keep quiet and see what happens. Let's be ridiculous here. Jax reaches forward with practiced stealth, sticking the wet vat of already been chewed gum to the ribbon girl's mask. The ribbon girl lets out a quiet shriek of discomfort, flailing her arms as she desperately pulls away from Jack. You, Jax! What is that? What did you do? You! Her whining and desperate flailing is a little funny, even as she feels around blindly behind her mask. Her movements attract the attention of Mr. Kinger. What's going on? He seems aware something is going on, but he doesn't seem to know what. How is this guy teaching us? Jax is just picking on Gangle again. The mismatched figure pipes up from next to Gangle, who is evidently the ribbon girl that Jax just stuck his gum to. Here, Gangle, let's go to the bathroom so we can wash it off. Oh yes, carry on then, Zubul. Nothing faces this teacher. Zubul glares daggers into the rabbit as they leave. What? It was fun, right? Back me up here. Jax turns to face me. Yeah, that was hilarious. I guess it was kinda funny. Oh, no, Jax, that was mean. Okay. Jax offers a thin smile as he leans over to me. It was very funny. You should try loosening up, new kid. You might have some actual fun. I can't help but audibly gulp and hope I haven't thrown my lot in with the wrong person. You probably have. I was just settling into my desk and getting used to this place when something burst into the room. Oh, Principal Kane, yeah. We saw Principal Kane already. Yep. And the bubble. Yay! Are we still going to have the same tasks? social D. Yeah, maybe this time around, since on the first try I was the loser who didn't do anything. Mm-hmm. Fun, danger, and adventure. And most of all, interesting to our studio audience. That is interesting. Okay. Did we have any other things to choose here until the lunch? These seem to be the same. Mm-hmm. The lunch bell. Let's make some good choices here, okay? Better than sitting alone this time, okay, okay. Yeah, we hungry. Yeah. You could check the library. Maybe Pomni or Jax is there trying to find out what the culture festival is. I guess I could just take my... Okay, so it has to be the first option. Otherwise it's gonna be same kind of ending again. Okay, this is new. I walked into the library with my tray in my hand. I peered through the rows of dust, clutter, cells, and I saw Jax and Pomni by the tables in the middle of the library. Even from here, I can tell Jack is up to trouble. He's tapping his foot impatiently and pacing back and forth. Pacing back and forth. I can read. I can barely make out Pomni craning her neck to peer up into the tall bunny's yellow eyes. As I gingerly maneuver between the cells, trying to avoid spilling the creamed corn casserole I brought from the cafeteria, I can make out some words. Interesting that the food changed. So who I was sitting next to in the class changed the food that I get from the cafeteria. Interesting. Going to with Ginger asked us to... Huh? I can't hear Jack's response, but I don't have to, as he mimics Pomni's mannerisms, tilting his head from side to side. As I get closer, I can hear her trying to reason with the stubborn rabbit. We should at least try to do what he said. I don't want to be the only one who didn't do anything to help. Against my better judgment, I creep closer, nearly tripping over a step stool. I manage to creep into earshot. Why? This whole thing is pointless, and no one will even notice if we bail, trust me. Jax crosses his arms, leaning back and letting out an annoyed sigh. As he leans back, he catches sight of me. Oop. Hey, new kid. He calls out to me. Well, what do you think? We should ditch this dumb culture fair thing, right? Their name is Social D-Jax. Second off, they were in class with the rest of us. I bet they want to stay on Kane's good side as much as the rest of us. I bet they'd rather do something fun like pulling an epic prank. Pomni gives me a meaningful look. Jax shoots me a mischievous grin. I feel like I should choose my response carefully here. Ah, shit. Pomni's right. We all have a part to play to make the culture fair a success. That sounds fun, Jax. I don't care about the culture fair. Let's go pull a prank. Dang it. Let's do the prank. Ha! See, Pomni, the new kid's cool. Alright. Well, you two have fun then. She turns back to the cells while Jax ushers me out of the library. Later, Pom Pom. That Pomni, huh? She can be so needy. Jax smirks, rolling his eyes. Not like you, huh, new kid? I'm not sure how to proceed for a moment, but I have a feeling I know what Jax wants me to say. Yeah, I'm down for anything. Oh no. I give Jax finger guns. I give Jax finger guns, which he scoffs off before grinning at me. Yeah, pew pew. You are so cringe. But since you are so eager to get on my good side, I came up with something fun for us to do. Let's go on a little field trips outside. Are we allowed to do that? Jax rolls his eyes. Jeez, you sound like a broken toy. Is that the only thing you say? I shake my head. I don't want to disappoint Jax. Doesn't matter what we are allowed to do. It matters if we get caught. So keep up, new kid. He finds a door leading to a field, slyly pushing it open before pounding through. I have to sprint to make it through before the door locks. The door leads us out onto a softball field. I didn't even know the school had a softball team. Jax gets on all fours, putting his head almost even with the ground as he crawls around. The fuck? Is he looking for something? Jax? Did you lose something up here? Shut up. I'm looking for something. Well, that's exactly what I asked. In the few hours I've known him, I've never seen Jax take anything so seriously. I get down on my hands and knees too, checking each blade of grass for anything remarkable. I would like to see this happening. I'm so focused I forget my surroundings, bumping face first into the seat of Jax's pants. He reels on me. Don't try to get fresh with me, new kid. I blush as I crawl back a few paces. Sorry. Jax shakes his head. Do you even know what we are looking for? I shake my head. I didn't want to make him angry by asking. Then, how do you think you are going to find what we are looking for? I blush again as I realize he has a valid point. So what are we looking for? A centipede. A centipede? Jack doesn't look amused that he has to repeat himself. A centipede. We spent the rest of the lunch searching, but just as the bell rings, I find a centipede crawling near a rock pile. Jax, I found one. I hoist the insect up by its rear end. It flails around as it tries to escape my grasp. Its dark legs wriggling in discomfort. Jackpot! Nice job, Social D. Why did I add the social? Well, it is what it is. You used my name. No, I didn't, new kid. I screamed at him. You are imagining things. He puts on an unreadable smirk. Guess I'm not getting him to admit to anything. But this is one fine specimen. Okay, what are we doing with this? Are you an insect collector? You know. He shakes his head before he drops the centipede into my backpack. Hey, calm down. We are going to put this in Ragata's locker and then hide out and watch her open it. Why? Because Ragata hates centipedes. I pause for a moment, not fully understanding why we would do that. So why are we putting one in her locker? Because it's funny, you kid. Try to keep up. I don't know if I agree, but this is the happiest I've seen Jax since we started hanging out. Come on. I have a key to let us back inside. He pulls a ring of keys out of his back pocket. How did he get those? It looks like a set of master keys to every door in the school. Ooh. Jax lets us back in. We sneak our way up the main stairwell and are almost at Ragata's locker when our class rep herself shows up, strolling down the hallway. Social D, what are you doing in the hallway? She tilts her head, offering me a very smile. I've been looking for you since you didn't show up to afternoon classes. She notices Jax and her expression soars. Jax, you better be leaving Social D alone. Come on, Ragata. He offers a cartoonish wide grin. The new kid actually looked for me. We even got lunch together. Ragata looks utterly confused. Social D, is that true? It feels like I should choose my response carefully. That's right. We had lunch together and we are just trying to get back to class. Okay. Option 1. No, Jax asked me to look for a centipede to put in your locker. She knows. Throw the centipede and run. She doesn't know nothing. See, dollface? Ragata squints at him, but for some reason she seems to trust me. Fine, but I'm keeping an eye on you, Jax. Ragata leans over to me. whispering in my ear. So salty. If he is messing with you now and you don't feel comfortable talking to me about it, you can find me after class. She's so nice. I almost feel bad about what we are going to do. Almost. Oh my god. Jax and I sneak through the hallways before finding a locker labeled with Ragata's name. Pictures of horses and farm animals are pasted on the outside. Come on, new kid, now or never. I gulp. Put the centipede in her locker. Ask Jax to put the centipede in her locker. Yes. I turned to Jax and let out a little whimper. Seriously? You already picked the centipede up outside. Despite his complaints, he reaches over my shoulder and unzips my backpack and plucks the centipede out before pushing it into Ragata's locker. Next time, I expect you to follow through. He glares at me for a moment before grinning at his own handiwork, then ushering me behind a nearby corner. The bell to dismiss class rings a few moments later. We were cutting it close. Oh shoot. Ragata finds her way to her locker, entering her combination. And then... oh no. Ragata's locker springs open, the centipede lands on the front of her uniform, and she looks down, horrified. Jax! What? Why would you put a centipede in my locker? You know how much I hate them. Why does it have to be me? Because only you would do something like this. Jax looks away slyly before taking credit for our prank. You got me, Raggy. But you should have seen the look on your face. Ugh, that's terrible. She storms off. I'm glad Jax took the fall for us as I step out from behind the corner. That wasn't a very nice thing to do, but Jax seems pretty happy with me right now. So that's nice. I walk to my locker, entering the combination as I put my books away and get ready to head out for the day. My mind drifts to the day's events. I wonder if someone will ask me to walk back with me. As I gather my things, a familiar figure swaggers up to me. Ooh. Hey, new kid. You are still hanging around? Yup. Just getting ready to head out. What do you say? How about I walk with you after school today? Surprised at Jack's asking to walk me home, I run out of words and just nod. Cool, let's go. The front doors open for us, and I stand outside, waiting at the curb. My parents dropped me off this morning, and I'm sure they'll be here any moment to pick me up. Jack stands next to me for a few moments. He gives me a confused look. What are you waiting for, kid? My parents? Are you waiting to get picked up too? I'm 22 years old. I haven't been picked up by my parents for like 6 years. I'm going to the dorms. What? What? The dorms. He looks at me like I'm an idiot. The on-campus housing Kane designed for our class, where we stay when classes end. Oh, that sounds nice. I wish I was staying on campus. His annoyed expression changes. Oh, you poor little lamb. His voice drips with sarcasm. Kane really didn't tell you anything, did he? Look, D. I love to watch you stand out here until the sun goes down and you start shivering in your little school uniform. Jax smirks. Honestly, just imagining it is pretty funny. The smile drops from his face. Your parents aren't coming for you, he says to me in a deadpan before continuing. Come on, we need to get to the dorms before it gets too cold out. Kane only gave us summer uniforms. A chill travels through the air, and I shiver in place. Jax shivers too. I'm losing my patience. He glares at me. Jax, I'm telling you, I don't have any housing on campus. My parents are picking me up. Jax just sighs. You just don't know when to give up. He clovers before walking away from me. Suit yourself, new kid. He walks off to the dorms. I'll show him. My parents will be here soon. An hour passes, the sun begins to sink below the horizon. Another hour passes, the moon is visible and the sky is darkening. It's getting really cold out here. Like really, really cold. I look the way Jax walked when he left me standing here. A nice warm room sounds really good right now. Where are they? I stick it out another half hour before sighing, frustrated. Did they forget about me? I walk towards the dorms, seeking shelter in the plain building. Oh. As I do, I run into Jax. Why was he heading out? Finally come to your senses, new kid? He asks, sounding tired. No, I just stepped inside cause my parents forgot to pick me up. I bet they'll be here any moment. Jax's eyes narrow in annoyance, and he drags a yellow gloved hand across his face in exasperation. Listen. That to say Jax. Listen, new kid. Get it through your head. There is no outside world. There's the school, He points to the large brick building across from where we are. The dorms. He points to the building we are standing in. And that's it. He mutters something under his breath. Okay then. But if these are the only two places, why were you going outside? That is... His face flushes and he turns away from me. I just wanted some fresh air. It's pretty cold outside though. Okay. Well, if everyone stays here, then I should have a room here. Show me my room, if I'm supposed to stay here. I grin, comfortably in my undefeatable logic. Huh? Yeah. You're probably right. Let's go find your room so I can stop babysitting you. What? Jax grabs my hand in his as he hauls me through the hallways, but I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining now, huh? Just another way for us to hang out together. As we walk through the hallways, 1,000 questions rush through my head. We pass a traditional Japanese-style door. Dangle. We pass a door that's half blue and half red. Pomni. We pass a dark door with black and yellow caution tape crisscrossing it. Me. We pass a door that looks like it belongs in a ranch-style home. Rakata. We pass a sleek door with bright geometric shapes all over it. Zubul. We come to the end of the hallway, finding a plain door with a brass nameplate listing my name. And this must be you. I stand there in stunned disappointment. Are you going in or... He looks sort of annoyed. I haven't opened the door yet. I twist the handle and open my bland door into an equally bland room. A grey mattress sits atop a wooden bed frame with plain white pillows. A dark green comforter with the school emblem on it has been neatly folded. In the back right corner, a beaten up metal desk sits with a computer that looks almost as old as the desk. A neat stack of papers and a set of black pens and pencils have also been provided. Wow, pretty boring. I try to look around the room for anything to dispute these words, but come up empty. He walks to the center of the room and looks around at the plain interior. Not beating the NPC allegations with this one. Huh? NPC? You think Kane would have put a movie poster or something up? Guess he thinks you are boring, huh, Social D? No. I'm sure my parents just... Jax has stopped listening by this point and is striding out of my room. What a waste of time. Wait, Jax, aren't you going to say good? Jesus Christ. Jax slams the door in the middle of my sentence. So rude. Night. I give up on any expectations I have for Jax being polite. Even if he skipped out on saying goodbye for the day, I feel like I might be making a connection with Jax. Maybe. I lay down on my bed, defeated by the day. It doesn't take long for me to drift to sleep. It doesn't feel like I was sleeping long when the lights in my room flash on, as if overridden by some remote console. The room to my dorm flies open as confetti sprays from the fire sprinkler. Doesn't that violate some sort of building safety code? Hello, my darling toy box characters! Principal Kane announces from what sounds like the hallway. Ah, well, time to investigate. What the freak? Oh. Kane, what the fuck are you trying to pull this late at night? Hahaha, Zubu. His laugh is fast, forced, and manic, as if he's used to this treatment but none too pleased by it. You are lucky I even let you get sleep. This he blurts out in a harsh monotone before recovering his cheery demeanor. I am here because, even with the culture fair pulling in new viewers, we are still not hitting the numbers that the Academy needs us to. Which is why I've secured us a sponsorship. He stretches out the last word, using some sort of effect to apply an ethereal reverb to his words. Without further ado, I introduce you all to... A drum roll plays from somewhere in the background. Rakata looks a little more awake, but the rest of us are still trying to shake off sleep to understand what exactly Principal Kane is talking about. The Wacky Bots! You see, the vendors for Wacky Bots have been having trouble finding a good audience for their product. But now we have the perfect setting. Teen drama. We are adults. I'm actually... Now, Gagel. I know this is a lot to take in, which is why I've already taken the liberty of affixing a wacky watch to each other of your wrists. Each of us glanced down. To my shock, the watch is already on my wrist. How did it get there? What in the... And don't try removing them either. They've been affixed to your wrist with a very special adhesive. And if you do try to remove them, let's just say they'll be taking a little bit piece of you with them. I can hear Gaggle beginning to whine as panic sets in. Pomni tugs at her wacky watch, but no matter how hard she tugs, the wristwatch stays affixed, her claws stretching like a rubber band as she pulls at the watch. Rakata just looks down with the resigned sigh. Kane, I can't remove the arm with the wacky watch. What the fuck? Principal Kane ignores our complaints as he continues his monologue. You see, my turtle doves, in order to secure the funding, we need to make it to day 5 and the culture fair. I need you wearing the vacuumats at all times. Luckily, I secured the deal where I won't need all of you to do ad reads, but it is of paramount importance that none of you insult or try to disable your vacuumats. Good luck with school life. Can't wait to see what you do with the culture fair. Bye! He stretches out the last syllable as his body folds in on itself an infinite number of times, disappearing from sight. Well, I know it isn't ideal, but at least we can all talk to each other now. Should make communication about the culture fair easier. With the sound of breaking glass, Gangle's comedy mask shatters and falls from her face. Tears well up in her eyes. I don't want a wacky watch. Seeing the situation unfolding before her, Pomni pipes up. Well, I think it could be useful. And look, Gaggle, there's even a picture chat function where you can send people things you draw. Pomni goes over Gaggle, lifting her wrist and pointing out the picture chat feature. That is kind of nice. Gaggle sniffles. Yeah, that's the right spirit, Pomni. Now let's all get some sleep before we start classes again tomorrow. Everyone's door closes. I hear a muffled shout from Jaxie's door. What the heck? Why is there a watch stuck to my arm? I decide to hide in my room before Jax looks for someone to take out his frustration on. I flick my dorm lights off as I close my door. I check my VacuWatch. I got a text from Jax. He has set his avatar to a picture of himself flipping off the camera. What the heck is up with this stupid watch? Why can't I take it off? I did not consent to this. I laugh. That sounds like the Jax I know. You didn't miss much. What? Can I scroll this? Oh. Apparently, Principal Kane took a sponsorship from VacuWatch to keep the school open or something. Okay. And now they are physically stuck on us. They really are. This sucks. The fact that I could be subjected to Ragata's or Gaggle's opinion at any time has to violate some sort of convention. Yeah, but at least we can text each other whenever, right? I guess. I hope you sleep well tonight, even though Kane stuck these VacuWatches on us. I wait several minutes for a response, but nothing. I begin to pull the sheets over my head when the VacuWatch buzzes with another text from Jack. Whatever. Nighty-night, new kid. Don't let the centipedes bite. As I get to sleep, I cherish the bond that Jax and I have built today. I can't wait to find out what sort of trouble we can get into tomorrow. Day 1 has completed. Hell yeah. Well, that went better than the first try. Oh. I hope we get the next episode super fast. I enjoyed this a lot. Hopefully you enjoyed this as well. That's it. See you on the next one. Bye bye.